Right, so the next thing I'm going to show you is how to replace these little widgets at the bottom of the screen. So I've got home widget 1, 2 and 3. So we want to put something better looking there. So the way to do that is to come back to our dashboard, select appearance and then select widgets. Now on the left hand side here we have the available widgets that we can choose from. And on the right hand side we have the page elements that we can use those widgets for. So down here I've got my home widget 1. So the way you normally do this is you expand this widget here by just clicking the down arrow and you drag one of these little widgets on the left hand side in here. So for example, if you wanted a search box, you drag the search form into there. Or if you wanted to write some text, you drag the text widget in there and just start to type. So for example, I could put in test, this is a test widget. Now the problem with this is that you can notice that we don't get the editor that we get when we write our pages and our posts. So that's a bit of a limitation. So if I now save it and I come back to the website and I refresh it, we can see that the widget now has changed into the one that we selected. So essentially what we want to do is we want to still do that, but we want to be able to have some kind of editor here. So now I'll just remove that widget that we created. Don't really need that. So what we want to do is we want to add some kind of editor plugin to the system that gives us the editing facilities within the widget. So what I need to do is come back to plugins and I need to add a new one. So click on add new and I'm going to type in here Black Studio because that's the name of the plugin that we want to use. Click on search plugins and here it is at the top, Black Studio Tiny MCE widget. It's got a great rating. So I just click on install now, click OK, and then we just activate the plugin and that's it. So now if we come back to our widgets, we can see at the top here we've got Black Studio Tiny MCE available. And what I'd then do is I would just select my home widget 1 and then I would drag that widget right into there. So just let go of the mouse and if you notice now we've got the full editing facilities that we have when we type our pages and our posts. So now we can create our widget. So here I can put something like talk with us. So I've just written feel free to talk with us about your requirements on our Facebook page, Twitter or even Skype. We look forward to hearing from you soon. So all I can then do is perhaps insert an image at the beginning here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a site where I can get a free icon. So there's a website called dryicons.com, and if you come to this and you click on the free icons tab at the top, that will give you a number of different types of icon sets that you can choose from. So what I do is I just come through and find one that I like. So perhaps none of these so far, but this blue one at the top might be okay. So then we just select View Download, and I'm going to select PNG. That's suitable for websites always, and then we just save it, so it will come down slowly. So now I've got the set of icons on my desktop, so if I now just extract it, it's a zip file, so we need to extract. And here's the folder, so let's just look inside. And here's our different icon sets. So now if I come back to my widgets, and here's the one I've created, so I'm going to put the cursor right at the beginning here because that's where I want the image to sit, and the text is going to be after the image. So I then click on Add Media button and click on Upload Files, and now we want to select the file, the icon file. So if I open this PNG folder that I downloaded, and the one I want is 48 by 48 because that's good size for the website, and then select an icon. I think this network one is suitable, so I'm going to drag that in there. And I want to make sure on the right hand side here, these settings, that the alignment is left, because as I said, we want the text to go to the right. And then we just click Insert into Post, and there's our icon. So what we do now is we save it and then refresh our website. And now if I look down the bottom, we now have our new widget and our icon and our text showing. So that looks pretty good. Okay, so now let's go and create the second home widget. So come back into our widget section, and we need to select home widget 2, and then we need to drag the Black Studio widget into that home widget 2 section. Just drop it in there. And we'll just fill out some details now. Choose from our great web marketing services, and a bit of text below. We have a wide range of web marketing services suitable for your business at an affordable price. So that looks fine. So now I need to actually save this first. And again, I'm going to choose an icon. (48 by 48, and let's have a look what we can select. I think the shopping cart one might be good, so I'm going to select that and drag it into WordPress. And again, make sure it's aligned to the left, and we can then just do insert into post, and there it is. So now if we click on save and refresh the website, we now have another one. It's not actually very straight, so we might need to do something about that, because this text is actually quite long, so it's making it fall below this other one here. So if we come back in, let's see. That's a bit better. So I've shortened that text at the top, so it now says choose a service, and the icons are lining up better. So now we have number 2 created. So now if we come into our widget section and we want to select home widget 3, expand that, and then of course we need to drag down the black studio widget into that section. So we'll just drop it in there. And this is where they can contact us. So I'm going to put please do not hesitate to contact us today about your requirements. And what I can do now is just save that. And add media again. So upload file, and we need to actually then we need to choose an icon again to use for this. I think this mail will be good, so I'm going to drag that in there. Again, make sure it's aligned left and insert into post. And what I can do is I can, or save this first, I can actually make a clickable link here. So underneath the word contact, if I just highlight that by double clicking it, and then I click on this button here, which is insert edit link, and this is where I can add my link. So what I'm going to do is click here where it says link to existing content, and I'm going to select a page to link to, and it's going to be this contact page. So let's select that, and then just click on add link, and it's done. So now we have a clickable link there. So if we save that and we then come back into our page and refresh it, we can see here we have get in touch, and when I click on this contact link, it takes me straight to the contact page. So that's pretty good. So let's just click back on home, and now we have all 3 widgets set up at the bottom there. So I could probably make this one slightly smaller by closing off some of the text here. So what I can do is, let's have a look at that now. So we want home widget 1 for that. Let's just shut this one down and go into home widget 1. And if we save that and refresh the page, see, it's getting smaller now, so probably to line it up with the others we're going to have to use less text there. So let's get rid of this. There it is, so that's better now. It's a bit more lined up. This last one can do with a bit of trimming as well, I think, just to make it a little bit bigger. So So now we can see they're all reasonably well lined up. So now it's looking pretty good. Website's taking shape again, and we now have our 3 widgets at the bottom.